Hello Pisces, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. Today I'm doing a sweet hot tea. We're doing a little bit of a self-love reading. So Pisces Sun Moon Rising, and this might be for you. We're going to step through like how we got here, what our healing element is, how you're applying yourself to the world and our relationships, and all in all, overall we're going to get general feels for self-love. It's really important that you look after yourself inside of a lot of this. All right, so what we put in is what we get out, correct, Pisces? So if this is the first time you've been here, thank you very much for being here. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you if it resonates. And if you're a repeat viewer, thank you very much for your support. I really do appreciate it. All right, you're a beautiful soul, full of wisdom and compassion and great love. If you feel trapped, it's because you've created your own bondage. It's time to free yourself of guilt that has kept you stuck and allowed the sacred rhythms of life to flow through you once more. All right, it's time to free yourself from the guilt that has kept you feeling stuck and allowed the sacred rhythms of life to flow through you once more. All right, let's bring that back over here. All right, so there's been a lot of creativity inside of these. You're a blessed soul. All right, let it all flow through, Pisces, is where that is. And I think you guys know about that, flowing through the emotions. What else have we got for Pisces? Self-love for Pisces. It's really about loving yourself, honey. It's really about loving yourself. All right. All right, so how do we remove ourselves from bondage that we've created is really big in this for you. All right, gravity. Ground yourself inside of the situations, right? There's transformation and you're big as the planets, but there's the gravity of the situation, and this is being grounded, right? Being grounded inside of your choices. They might be airy-fairy. They might be, there might be a lot of spacey stuff that you actually are connected to, but making sure that you stay grounded inside of your choices, inside of the situation. All right. An adventure. There's adventure to be had. You're an adventurous soul, Pisces. All right, and so part of your groundedness is, I would think, comes from that adventure. All right, what else have we got for Pisces? All right, Pisces. All right, what have I got for self-love for Pisces? What have we got? Self-love for Pisces. I'm going to take that one. Homeward travel, completion, reunion, or return. Maybe there's somebody coming to your life. Maybe somebody has returned to you. Maybe you've been a traveling soul. We've got this adventure here. Maybe there's been an adventurous soul that's come to your life and you feel like it's somebody who's come back. Maybe you're homeward bound. Maybe you're adventure. And you put yourself out there and there's a disconnect and it's time for you to reconnect and be a little bit grounded, perhaps. All right, Pisces, this is really interesting. We're going to free yourself. You're going to free yourself from the guilt, right? You're going to free you from everything that's got you stuck. So it's about grounding and feeling the adventurer and feeling like you're home. There might be somebody coming home inside of this. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. All right, so Pisces, let's do this. 5 cards for how we got here. Whoa, tower moment, break free. Break free of everything, break free of foundations, let go. This is a moment where you break full of bullshit. You let go of people who are not meant to be in your life. There's been this breakdown moment perhaps, and it's lightning. Quite often these are lightning change, and that card has turned up in like at least 5 of these readings. All right, so the tower moment. There's been a breakdown. There's breakdown, perhaps, everything that's been going on. Ooh, it's been a breakdown. And you have put this situation, perhaps you're looking at it from a different angle. Perhaps you just put it on hold. There's something in pause and you're just looking at it. You're like, this is just hanging there. Maybe you've just let something hang there, like inside of the suspense of all of that. You're looking at it from a different angle. All right, but this is like, this really fucking hurts card. This is like getting to the heart of the matter. This is like conversations that haven't been had. This could be third party interaction. You can see 3 parties in there, 3 parts of communication. All right, so this could have been that there's been a communication. There could have been that there was a tower moment and you've just hung around and seen what the outcomes of it are. And what you're seeing is a Three of Swords situation, which could be cheating. Well, there's three parts of communication inside of there. I just saw the Ace of Cups. All right, so they might be giving you really immature love signals, like this is really immature love signals. All right, and what I see is independence. This is a really independent woman. This is actually seen as the card of maybe the Bachelor, but really independent. You've sown your own seeds, you've got your own money, you've got your own fruit of your labor inside of here. All right, so there has been some immaturity around the heart inside of here, and you really have just been suspended waiting to see what is going to happen. And so you really did sit in your independence and say, I'm an independent person inside of that. This cup is, you've turned your back to that cup. You can see that the backs are turned to this and it's really immature. And somewhere in here, it's got to do with this. The cup's actually being forwarded to this situation, right? And you sort of know that. You've hung around to see after you broke down the tower, after the tower has been hit by the lightning. All right, so you moved on and you got independent. That is how we came in. What is the healing element for us, Pisces? What's going on for the healing element for Pisces in this? Ooh, you got a new heart. Out of this, you've got a new heart. This is a new love, a new way of looking at love. Maybe you break free from this circumstance and you're like, I will love again, which is very Pisces of you. All right, but there's a new cup and you're filling your cup. All right, and so a new cup's being handed to you inside of an ace. All right, so it's not necessarily attraction, but it's like, oh, there's a new cup being handed to you. All right, and there's a new love prospect sitting there. Healing element. Oh, and it's still whimsical. It's still wishy-washy. It's still in dream phases. Could be good, could be bad. You know, but you're going through this wistfulness of the moon because of things that you didn't know out of this last scenario, right? And so they're still hanging over you. You got a new way of how you're looking at the heart, but you're still like, oh, I don't know what was going on in there, that incandescent. This could be redreaming after this circumstance, that you're still spending your time redreaming what your heart wants and what your dreams are. Could be that there's something very black and white. People say black and white. I sort of say incandescent. So it depends on which way you look at it, right? But there's an ending of communications, right? So you're still talking, but it's over. The intellectual banter, the intellectual concourse is really over inside of this scenario, right? So this immature love that had this third party scenario, like, or conversations that weren't had to get to the heart of matter, like it's everything's fine. You're like, I'm fine. It's fine. Whatever. We're good. You know. We're fine with it. That's the end of the concourse. It's the end of that situation. And that's a healing element. You've stepped away from that. All right, that's a real element. It's the end of those conversations. I'm going to do that again. Pisces. It was that card. Ooh, because you stepped away from this being about like the sexual or the physical world. Right now, you're really actually taking your time to invest your time into your feminine divine is what that is. That all rhymes, so it had to be true. All right, so this is an investment in the feminine design. There's got a new moon inside of this, like, but it's a real, that high priestess is like, she's not, this is attuned, and then she's not looking for it to be, she wants something passionate, but she wants something that's attuned. It's attuned to her higher purpose. All right, and that's why she stepped above this. That's why you've stepped above it, you know, because everything that went on has stepped you into a higher purpose, and your heart is in a new place, and you've got new dreams for it, and you're willing to go, everything's fine because I can disengage it having to be about it being driven by human things. All right, so what have we got? How are you applying this to the world? You're the Chariot, right? You're taking it on. Like, this is driven force forward to go to use your potential energy and really make an impact in the world. And that's taken everything by the reins and going, I have the power. I have the power to take this in my hands and do what and make my path in the world with this, right? And you're willing to charge into it. All right. How we're applying it to the world. 5 of Cups. This is a little bit forlorn, and it sort of is looking at, you know, the cups that are being spilt, not necessarily the attraction to life, and that is sitting in the middle of this. And so people might see that, you know, your cups have the joy has been the joy has been spilt, and you're not necessarily sitting in the attraction of it, is what that card really talks about. You can see that 3 of Cups of the joy all spilt, and 2, we got the 2 of attraction, which you're turning your back on it. So you're seeing the spilt joy and turning your back on the attraction, right? It's very empowered. It's a very empowered spot that you've got sitting there, and it's sort of saying, gotta be careful about being overindulgent in that spot right in the middle of it. All right, so because we've got the King of Cups sitting here, so maybe you're empowered. This is Pisces. This could be a water sign king, but this is really a euphoric king. So he can be a bit whingy at his worst, but at his best, he's really engaged. He's a really engaged, loving. You still got your back turned to that as well at the moment, because you're full force. You're on your bike. You're gonna go forward, and maybe it is that you're not going to settle for less than that king that can love, can express their love. Right. So what do we got for relationships? All right, relationships. I love this. All right, this is really, stepping out over the edge. The sun is shining on this endeavor. The fool is foolish, correct? All right, but it's also innocent. It wipes the slate clean. And says, I'm going to jump into this all over again. I'm going to start this fool's journey all over again. I got a whole cool playlist on my thing, and I'm going to step out and I'm going to take this leap. I'm going to take a leap of faith. So this is what people see of you in your partnerships. This is how you're actually this is where you are in your relationships. You're like, I'm going to step out into this. All right, because you've made a transition of your mind. All right, you might have been blinded to things. You might not know everything, and that's really frustrating, and that's something to struggle with, but not anymore, right? This is actually really about making a transition of your mind. You're no longer in that spot, right? And so when we disengage all of the emotions and our passions from it, and we really think about where our minds are, this step that you're taking, is taking you from one spot to another, right? It's you're in a different place to where you were. You're no longer sitting in that in this full on. You're no longer sitting in this because everything is fun. You've walked away that. You've engaged a high priestess, and maybe this is you in your own loving heart, and you're approaching it in a new way in your own partnerships. All right, but this whole transition, you sort of watched and you waited around to see what these conversations were and this immaturity that was going on. And it's like you've redreamt and you've looked at what you've lost, and it's like there's a transition. We're going into a new place and going to a new direction. All right, Pisces, what have we got? What have we got for the final card? What have we got for self-love? What have we got for self-love? Oh, I'm going to pull that one out too. And we've got the Magician on the bottom of the deck just here, Pisces. There has been a death. You can see the death card sitting there on the top of the deck. And there has been, you are magic. And I can tell you you're magic. And you're going to heal. All right. So this is the healing angel of temperance. This is your position. This may look like it's a pause. It may look like it's a stop. It's not. You get to hang at the resort. That's what it's doing. It's saying heal your mind, body, and soul. All right. You have the magician and the magic that's come out of all of this. Everything that's come out of this situation, you've walked on. And this is a really healing, beautiful element here where we really find that attraction again. But we find that attraction of ourselves. And what's it going to bring? Pisces, what's going to bring for you? It's going to bring happiness. All right, so this is a general, your cups runneth over, your cup's full. Like the waterfall is overflowing in here for you, Pisces. What a beautiful way to end the reading. Oh, you have been through a battle, and it's been really about standing in your own high priestess. It's been standing in your own and really taking that innocent step to step out. And what you've got going inside of this is going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you joy. It's going to fill your cups, and you can see the cups all over here. And it's magic. Coming out of this death is magic. Oh. Mount Shasta. I don't know much about Mount Shasta, but I do know that somebody knows about that. So this is beyond Lemuria, and I think you should look this up. If you haven't, I might put it up on my Facebook page. Oh, because I haven't got the book on me right now. I normally do, and it's one of the one cards. It's a destination. This is a place where all of the beings come together. It's all where all of the information is at. All right, so this is all a coming together of minds and connecting all of the, and networking all of the energies and coming together at Mount Shasta. So there's an energy input and output inside of that, and so this is a transference of information inside of that place, so you're in a real energy out, and you might be going to your mountain. This is actually your place and your beautiful place of spirit that you've actually created inside of here. So I feel that there is a journey inside of here, and there is a groundedness that you have to feel, and don't be trapped, because you are actually healing. This is big energy that's gone on here, Pisces. So I hope that resonates with you. Please please let me know. And thank you for still being here and stuff. And I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing that you're having a good time. And stay safe and well. Mahalo.